Welcome back, everyone, to the Outer Worlds, the Spacer's Choice Edition. I'm your host, Erik Malkavian, investigating the murder on Eridanos as the Inspector, Chase Rider. Let's continue. Got more dirt to dig up. And I guarantee you, if it's brown, you do not want to drink that down. Yeah. No, you don't. Alright. Scumbags of the earth. Let's go see. Keep the same team. I do need to work on my weapons here, honestly. Before we take off.
Do you think it's strange that I kinda miss Ada?
Oh, I miss her too. Alright. Examine the board. Something's rotten on Eridanos. Same result. Burbage. These are one of the most sophisticated acting automechanical since Burbage 3000. If an automechanical lacks sentience, can it truly be guilty of murder, or was Burbage 3001 merely accessory? Examine his prop gun. Repurposed weaponry is a common feature in the colony's automechanicals. As an acting automechanical, Burbage's 3001 equipment may frequently be upgraded or replaced to suit its roles. We learned that the Burbage 3001's most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolridge. Sam is okay. Automechanicals require frequent maintenance. Burbage 3001 is no exception. These maintenance logs were nearly destroyed. The remnants suggest that someone had access to these overrides to attempt to destroy the records. Cedric Kincaid. Sublight Underground's boss, proprietor of the Grand Colonial Hotel and Parasis Spaceport. Old rival killer, we don't know. He's got Administrator Ludovico, head of Rizzo's operations on Eridanos Atmospheres Complex. Ludovico needs you to find Helen's killer before he can launch Rizzo's Spectre Brow. Alright, Cedric Kincaid. List the victims. Constable Keene. Constable Maria Keene killed at her desk. Nature of wounds is familiar to you. It's the Needler. What do you think?
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
Sure. Oh, we're gonna be here as long as it takes. Let's go ahead and use the workbench. Actually, before we even do that, Okay, I'm taking Elie. I gave Elie's weapon. Let's see here. So we need to tinker a little bit with some weapons. Let's see. Okay, so let's head out. Let's go see Bertie. What do you think, kid?
I'm leaving my shoes on.
What floor would you like to visit?
Right. So we need to go to the spaceport.
What's up, boss?
Trying to infect me with your sorrow?
Like
I just
true
want to be your
professionals.
friend!
They just want to be our friend. Blast them with that shotgun. You better you with the Drino time. Before we do go see Bertie, let's get what's his name's office. That's not where he keeps all his information at. That's thinks he's smart.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Speaking to the bug. Whoever's listening, I'm coming for you.
Ominous threat transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
Examine the surrounding area.
The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
So it must have been placed here fairly recently.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
If I were the killer, I'd hide the body in one of those crates. No one would find it for years.
That's true. It's not what we're looking for, though. Buy a bunk. Ah.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
Any clues on who put it here?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
How long has it been on the floor?
Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
He's in a bar?
Hey, could I talk to you for a second?
Give me a sec.
What do you want? Boss, it's Bertie Holcomb. Black Hole Bertie. The Holmeister? The hack attack.
Shh, not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
You have any idea how many toss ball posters your face is on?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Good law, man. You think these people don't recognize you?
Well, they ain't talking to me, at least. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone, and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Oh, come on, Bertie. You're plenty sharp. Anybody who says otherwise is a Cleo Darlings fan.
Kind of middle of investigation here, Felix.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers. You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
Drunk
Drunk.
is the medical term.
Right.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow? There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Right. So the woolly cow on the VIP floor was your doing.
Oh, wow! That's real clever of you to figure out. Helen would have liked you, I'd wager. Say, is the cow okay?
Got a woolly cow drunk. Woolly cow's not supposed to get drunk.
It was wrong of us. I hope she doesn't have a hangover or nothing.
I doubt it.
My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Well, can anyone at the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
And you're telling me Helen dumped you, didn't ask you for a favor?
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, you know, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
Alright. So the data pad, did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
Alright. So what did you do?
Long story short, I got out of there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Whatever the hell that means. Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone, so where'd you go?
I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... I mean, to my... refrigerator.
I would have to be dead not to realize that's a lie.
Can we pretend I didn't mention that? I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
If you don't want to talk to goodies back there, maybe bad inspector will change your mind. Elie? Alright. If you don't want to talk to good inspector, maybe bad inspector will change your mind. Elie?
You have no idea how long I've wanted to do this. Listen up, Spratfuck. You're in big trouble.
I am?
Hey, I'm asking the questions here. From now on, you don't talk until I tell you to. And when I do, you better sing like a terror ray. Got it?
Great.
I think so. Yes.
See, Bertie, this could have been easy.
You think you're our only source? While you've been here nursing your conscience, your friends have been talking. And it's not looking good for you, Bertie. If that even is your real name.
You listening, Holcomb?
You're gonna tell us what we want to know, or you're gonna find out what the inside of Tartarus looks like.
Alright. Help me help you, Bertie. Tell us what we need to know.
Okay. I'll tell you everything. Just, please,
Great.
don't make me talk to her. Look, I talked to Erik, okay?
Who?
Erik West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Okay. Um, assume you're having your bookie, murderous confidant, secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair.
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
Never mind. I knew the last one was a stretch.
You're a real weird guy. You know that? So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Erik, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Any advice for next time, Elie?
A shot of Spectrum mixed in a Gigantor energy drink first thing in the morning. Works like a charm.
I think that probably counts as drinking, but thanks, ma'am.
He's the doctor.
Anyway, you ought to take Helen's datapad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Still a gap in your timeline, Bertie. I'm not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was.
I believe you.
You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
No. I'm really more of a lone cane nut. Sorry, Bertie. It's better if you're not involved.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then.
Right.
Unless you need me for anything else.
I may have a few more questions.
What do you want to know?
About Helen.
What about her?
What was your relationship with her like?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right?
Right.
That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
So why'd you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
Did you have any enemies?
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each.
Okay. Let me ask you something else.
What do you want to know?
About this Erik West.
Yeah?
What's his deal?
Erik's a businessman. He sells stuff you can't get elsewhere. You know, alternative stuff. We're talking sort of science, crockery, whole supplements.
What? Why in the hell would anybody sell whole supplements?
Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know?
What?
Maybe there are other options. Maybe I don't take all the accelerators Rizzo's pushes on me.
You want to keep your friends better. Anyway. You know what? I'm just going to go talk to Erik.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah?
Yeah, where can I find him?
Erik hangs around the spaceport most days.
You mean here?
Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy-up bunks at the shipping yard.
Alright. Why'd you have the mascot pull that stunt over the recording in Helen's room?
I remember sending her the recording, but... Law, I was halfway to preserved by then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious.
Alright, found the recording. There's nothing incriminating on it.
You listened to it? What'd I say to Helen? Did I sound drunk?
Manny said you loved her.
Thank the architect. I hope she heard it. I don't want the last time she heard my voice to be when I was all angry at the orchards.
Alright, what's it like being a famous tossball player?
Tossball was, is, and always will be the greatest game in the universe.
Never heard of it.
And I would give it up in a heartbeat to have Helen back.
You should have been around then. Alright, anyway. Let's go see what this guy wants over here.
Hey, I saw your ship. The Unreliable, right? It's a real beauty.
Yeah?
Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
I'm Jace Ryder, so they tell you, but Hawthorne's dead. The ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
Listening?
I run an outfit for the moving of less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town.
I saw them.
We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
Yeah, I'm not interested in it.
Damn. Fair's fair, though. I'll hang around here in case you have second thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not doing that nonsense. That's a small-time crap.
I think I prefer the rest and go.
Yeah. I don't know, that place is nasty, too. Bertie claimed that Erik West can account for some of his whereabouts. Alright, so let's go there. Sublight is not responsible for any damage occurred while you rent this unit. SLUG does not guarantee the condition of this unit or any amenities therein. SLUG does not guarantee that this unit is vermin-free. Corpses of any vermin killed by the user, since they otherwise are property of SLUG. Removal of said corpse will be met with a fine of no less than 1,000 bits. Agreeing to rent this unit, you waive any rights to pursue SLUG for damages. Oops. Yeah. What a dump.
Hey, pal. Over here.
So, keep a lookout. What's up, pal?
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend?
You got drugs?
Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time?
No.
Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
What you selling, kid?
The name's Erik. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals.
Right.
Natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff.
Drugs.
I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal.
Okay.
Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Really? That sounds medically inaccurate.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternatives are you selling?
What do I sell?
Yeah.
I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe.
You keep saying
Calcium,
stuff like that.
vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence, best kept secret in the business.
It's probably just ground up fast ration pills.
There you go.
Or it's the real thing, which is an incredibly dangerous hallucinogen that tastes disgusting.
Thanks, Doc.
And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
Right. I like to ask you questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I do. If I had planned to arrest you, you'd be in jail by now.
Can't argue with that logic. Yeah, I know, Bertie. What do you want to know?
Yeah. So how do you know Bertie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantisaur essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
Dude, for what?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph.
Oh.
Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
I mean, a tossball does things to the head.
Come on. Bertie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
I heard you taught Bertie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Bertie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Was Bertie with you the night Halcyon and Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Bertie thought the world of Helen, you know?
Right.
He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Alright, that's all for now. Alright. What do you think, kid? He seems pretty up and up.
Bertie doesn't seem like he has the, how do I put this, intelligence to hide a bottle of zero-G, much less a murder.
Right. That's my girl. Yeah, that's my girl. We wasted a lot of time, man. Alright. Yeah, I care less about this guy losing, some of the skimming. I don't give a crap about that. An unfinished accusation. I'm not ready. Alright. Let's just go to this warehouse. Maybe we can, maybe get somebody to squeal about him.
Haven't seen you around before, but that ain't no problem. All are welcome at the Copper Bottom Cantina, so long as their bits are good, huh? Can I get you something?
Anything interesting happen around here?
Nah, No, but some folks have been saying there was some kind of fight between a mechanical and some spacers last night. I didn't see it myself, and seems far-fetched. Deputy Wine Taster ain't exactly prone to wandering, nor are most other mechanicals that I'm aware of. There's a new Void Dan burn on my nice clean floor, but I think it's the doing of one of my customers.
Alright. How's it feel like ending up
Yeah, so you
Parvati?
noticed that I'm a little off kilter, huh? Damn if it ain't been a while. I'm too old to run around anymore, but in my heyday, I used to play for the Rangers.
Alright, what position do you play?
Position? I don't know. Got hit in the melon a lot, so I ain't the best in the memory department. Actually happened so often it became a specialty of mine.
Getting hit with the ball is a specialty?
Wait, you're Ernest the Bean Padilla? Led the league in hit by serves 2 years in a row? You're a legend, sir. It's an honor.
A legend? Oh, I don't know about that one, kid. But I'm glad folks still remember the history of the game. Folks started competing to see how many times they could hit me in a match. Called it quits not long after that. Ain't safe to take that many blows to the head.
I see. So you moved to Eridanos after your playing days ended.
I came out to coach the Rangers during training camp, but after a while, I had trouble remembering which player was which. Slug lets me bartend instead of recommending me for early retirement, for which I'm most grateful. I'd hate lying around like a deadbeat.
All right. Sound like you enjoyed your careers. Don't see a lot of that, Halcyon.
Absolutely. I know things can get rough, but I've had a more decent life than I've had any right to. Thanks for reliving the old days with me.
All right.
Anyhow, I think I've talked plenty now. Is there something I can get you?
Nah, I gotta go. Let's go, guys. Oh. Guess we tell him we talked to Erik.
Oh, it's you again.
I talked to Erik.
What do you want to know?
I guess that's it. Alright, so...
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
God.
Feel free to have a look around, sir.
So this is where Slug keeps all its contraband, right?
Right. Yep. Talk to some Ella.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection.
Sprats do have a highly adaptive immune system.
An excellent point, Inspector. The unique immunological subsystem found in sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
Okay, so why is the sprat so big?
A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size.
What would anyone want an unusually large sprat for?
Based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Okay, interesting.
Wouldn't be sublight without a discreet gambling den.
Right. Wow, that'd be nice.
Hey there, little buddy.
Buddy. All right.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing.
Right.
Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
I call it closing a case. This is the best part of my job.
Case.
Yes.
Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
Any idea why someone would want to bug Cedric's office?
Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
Okay. Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager, he told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Did Benton have anything to do with it?
Nah, Benton's too lazy for crime. The extra work would kill him. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, especially when he kept shouting, "Dead people can't hear anything!" at me. On the bright side, I'm sure the dead won't mind if you decide to check those loading automechs out yourself.
Okay.
Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
I am. What's the culprit in stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
Sounds like the perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
Both are sadder.
I wish they hadn't stolen the blue pens. We can never keep enough of those in stock.
Alright, that's enough for now.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing though, if that helps any.
Alright. What are you doing with the gun in there? Incoming. It happened again. Penn, Solo, I'll never understand where you get the energy to care about this Drek, Tinsley. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty much the only ones that handle NA cargo are the Automex. Okay, look at it. Right. Automex, blah blah blah. In case you must be a pro in Automex, I'll swing by when I can. Pencil, okay. Okay, but you have to admit it's a little funny to see the Automex dance. Okay. Not my fault they're so damn easy to hack. Seriously, a primal could do it. Missing cargo list. Purple Punt. The cow. Portraits of Wolverts. Cranial protectors. Protective clothing, safety harness. Piece of standard spank. Yeah. That is weird. Maybe they're just being chewed on. Okay. All right.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Define standard defensive protocol.
For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Okay. Identify the new trigger.
There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed.
Scan for signs of unusual behavior.
SLUG automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
Here, look at your data log.
Certainly. Access panel is now unlocked.
View the most
Ejecting data log 17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered. Kill mode initiated. Preparing to end user.
Wait, I have a question.
Understood. This unit is programmed to facilitate user queries. Kill mode pause. User termination to follow.
What's on the data log you just
The
ejected?
ejected data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6, 8, 7, 5 outside the boundaries of the shipping yard. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments outside the boundaries of the shipping yard at intervals of 1 to 4 days.
What was the shipment 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists.
Alright. Thanks. Now I believe I owe you a fight.
Kill mode re-engaged. Have a nice day.
Someone else will clean this up, right?
I don't know. Not my problem. I have slaughter that fool. Alright, so for the subject.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Constable's dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn
No,
shame.
Constable me.
Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
This was murder, all right.
It seems murder is becoming an unsettling trend on Eridanos as of late. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
You're actually upset about this.
We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
Well, I'm sorry. Constable Keene, she didn't deserve this.
No, she didn't. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
I've got more questions about Helen.
Very well.
Do you have any deals with Helen?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Yeah, that didn't strike you as suspicious?
That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly. I wonder, did she run out of time in the end?
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
I've already made it.
Yes, I suppose you have. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't kill her. Any idea who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
I'm not willing to rule out anything yet.
A smart approach, Inspector. And yet, this murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
Yeah. Saying there's something more. Yeah, I'm listening.
Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Spectrum Brown. Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not the time to lose focus. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
Yeah, I'm sharp.
One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now. What, or who, made you decide to investigate me?
You're one of Eridanos' major players. It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
Yeah, I solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
You've got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
Somebody bypassed the loading mech security system and rewired him to skim random stuff.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the automechs. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
Theft was random except for one single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that slug would soon possess it.
I like doing that. Hand over receiver, found this.
Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
Sure was. Whoever this device belongs to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
She used the research slug shipments instead.
Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
I doubt it was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly.
She's already dead.
Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead. And that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
That's dangerous talk for a man under investigation for.
Halcyon Helen is already dead.
No fooling.
If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
I suppose not.
Again, I appreciate your assistance with this matter, and with the larger mystery at hand. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that.
Yeah.
Now, If you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Alright. Man.
Don't keep Mr. Kincannon waiting.